DG Mathew, the MD and CEO of South Indian Bank, joining in to give us more color on these numbers. Hi, Mr. Mathew. Firstly, good set of numbers on asset quality, stable despite demonetization. Can you just take us through a couple of highlights?
Sure. The operating profit has improved significantly, 43.31%, largely supported by the Treasury and also the performance in the non-Treasury areas too. So if you look at the Treasury and Forex, it has improved by 142%, and the other areas, it has increased by 52%.
Okay, so it is actually gains in your treasury income which has actually aided your other income, which has resulted in a growth of 68%.
True.
Okay, fair enough. That point is taken, sir. But your asset quality is quite stable. Your gross NPAs have been stable at around 3.98 versus 3.96, absolute basis as well. What were your total slippages this quarter?
We had 196 crores of slippage. And out of that, around 120 crores have come from the restructured book, and around 70 crores came from the general standard assets book.
What was the impact of demonetization that you saw in this quarter on your loan book as well as on your asset quality?
In fact, on the loan book, what has happened is in the last quarter, if you see, on a YOY basis, we had grown by 10.5%. This quarter also we have grown by around 11.4%. So we don't find any impact on that side. But on the other hand, if you look at the CASA, it has increased significantly. The CASA ratio has actually grown to 26%. And similarly, the digital products volumes have also increased significantly. It has actually more than doubled post-demonetization. So these are the two major benefits that we have seen coming out of the demonetization.
Your slippages from the corporate book this time, sir, total slippages you said were 196 odd crores.
Yeah.
Break it up for us, including 120 from the restructured book.
That is true. See, mostly about around 100 crores is one EPC account that is from the large corporate book. Remaining is all distributed cases. Basically, one is a small steel account, trading account, and a couple of other small accounts. That's about all. But primarily, it is just one EPC contractor that has slipped from the restructured asset, and that is about 98 crores to be precise.
Okay, Mr. Mathew, well, it's definitely a pleasing set of numbers, especially on the issue of asset quality. But would you worry that demonetization could have a slightly delayed impact? Will Q4 have some SME, MSME problems?
Our MSME portfolio has also grown reasonably well this quarter. I mean, on a YOY basis, Agri and MSME has grown by 15%, and Home Loan and LAP also has grown by around 33%. The trend continues so far. So we believe that we should be able to have a reasonably good quarter going forward too.
Okay. How much of loans were returned because of old notes or whatever?
In fact, we compared the recoveries, during this period as well as the corresponding period last year. We don't find any difference at all. It is just the same kind of number almost.
No, but there was an advantage that people could repay some of their loans with old notes. You have a number on that?
No, we don't have a specific number on that. I mean, but our CASA has improved by around 3,000 odd crores. That is the primary number that we find there.
Okay. No, that is the deposits.
Right.
I was referring to whether, your your problem loans, default loan stock fell in any way because people could repay.
No, certainly. That is not there. Such a number is not visible here. As I mentioned, it is the same number as last year, the same period, and this year, the same period, if you look at the NPA recoveries coming out of that.
What is the share of SME and MSME in your book, you said?
The total, corporate book is around 40%, and MSME and Agri put together, and also other retail put together, it is coming to remaining 60%. I'll give you the breakup in a moment.
Okay, sir.
So just a quick
agri and
question.
MSME, it is 37.20%. Other retail is 22.99%.
Okay.
And corporate is 39.81%. Yeah.
No stress you expect in this 37% because of demonetization?
No, not really. There is no serious change in any of these numbers. Yeah.
Okay, just a quick question, sir. Your home loan and LAP book, you said, has grown 33% this quarter.
Right. Not this quarter, on a YOY basis. Yeah.
Yeah, on a year-on-year basis, but in Q3. Was it an aberration this time? Maybe you saw loans from, say, which would have probably gone to housing finance, NBFCs, come to South Indian Bank specifically?
Not quite, because last quarter also on a YOY basis we had grown by 40.6%.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if you already said this. Your loan book, you have said, has grown 11.3%.
Right.
How much was the quarter-on-quarter growth, if any?
It is 1.6%.
Okay. And LAP book grew at all? What is the percentage in the total, if I missed that number?
LAP and home loan put together, the number is 5.13% in the quarter.
Okay. But it would be predominantly home loan or predominantly LAP?
It is more on the LAP side because the same group handles both. So I think the preference is more towards LAP because it's more secured.
Not much stress in that?
No, we don't have, because we maintain most of the LAP is sourced from the existing customers with relationship with the bank, etc. And again, it is primarily sourced by our own staff. We don't have a DSA, DST arrangement.
You suspect you will be able to maintain this 11% loan growth?
We are sure it will be slightly better than that.
Right.
That is what we are hoping, because our target is at least 15%. So therefore, we are looking at that kind of an improvement.
And margins, if you've already gone through, what were your margins till Q3, and how will you end the year?
Yeah, we are sort of stable at around 2.7, but this particular quarter we had a write down in the interest income to the extent of around 38 crores.
Okay.
Coming out of the SDR provision requirements, SDR interest derecognition requirement.
Okay.
So that is around 38 crores, therefore it has come down to 2.72. Otherwise it would have been 2.80. That means the margins are more or less holding at the levels at which we have been giving the guidance.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, Mr. Mathew, we're going to leave it on that note. Thanks very much for joining in and speaking with us. So very good set